Okay.
All right,
Okay,
cool,
yeah, I
cool,
think
cool.
it's recording now.
All right, bet. All right, bet. You already know what time it is, man. You already know what time
Yo,
it is.
you know
So,
what it is.
yeah,
So, today we have the first episode of our new podcast. We don't know
facts,
what we're gonna
facts.
call it yet.
We still in the works, but like, when people can come up with the comments and let us know, yo, we want it to be named this because
Yeah,
ultimately we have this information. We just want to share it with the whole world. You know what
exactly,
I mean?
exactly.
So
That's
today,
we're just here to share the information.
exactly. Today we are here to share that information, and there's too many people who are struggling mentally over things that we shouldn't have to struggle with. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what we basically want to do. We want to basically help people understand, like we got this. We can do this together, but we have to do it together and not separated. This ain't apartheid. You know what I mean? Like, this is come together, right? You know?
Yeah, this ain't apart times. This is come
Mm-mm.
together times.
Yes, yes. There we go. There we go. You already know.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Um, so we just want to, I guess, have conversations about stuff and talk about things from a higher perspective, you
mhm,
know. And the idea that we had today was slow and steady wins a race.
exactly,
Uh, is what we were
exactly.
talking about. Cause you know, I definitely see that. I'm just in like a weird space right now that it's just like, it's really weird because I
Mhm,
kind of know what I want to do, but I
mhm,
don't really know if that's what I really want to do.
mhm. I feel
But
you. I
like,
feel you.
I do like to do it.
Mhm,
So it's just like, maybe, yeah, this probably is that.
mhm,
But it's still just like at the same time, I'm like, but I need to make some actual money.
mhm. I feel that, man. I
So
feel that, man.
it's
For
just
real.
like, um, huh? So,
it's
um,
it's crazy
yeah,
because, like, I feel like even as college students, like we went to college, we got this expensive piece of paper, and we're making roughly what, $13 an hour. I don't even know if that's, I'm not even hitting that yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy.
man,
I just got a
I
raise.
make 13 an hour right
See,
now.
see that, but that's the thing
Lucky.
though. We still went to college and we only making
Exactly.
what, 13.
Exactly.
Like, what was the point in doing all of that
That piece of
work?
paper was expensive too,
Facts, facts. And the
you
thing
know.
is, we can't even repay it back if we were just to pay it off of like our own bill. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Because of that situation. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we have to realize, like you said, slow and steady wins the race. Like, I feel like it's important to, go over the story, even though everybody knows the story already. We should just go over it anyway. We just gonna talk about like the turtle and the rabbit, or the hare, whatever you want to call it. They basically having a race, right? And the thing is, and this is the craziest part. Well, we're gonna get to the crazy part in a second. But the tortoise and the hare, right? They they racing. It's like, yo, I'm gonna race you. And the turtle like, yo, I'm gonna beat you. And then the rabbit's like, nah, you crazy. So what happens is they go off, right? They running. Now, mind you, the tortoise is going slow. Like, he is
Mhm.
not going fast at all. He's literally making incremental progress.
Yeah.
Like, he not running, but the thing is that tortoise, I mean the hare is jetting. It's jetting, and this is the thing. It got tired in that pursuit of winning because they got the head start. That rabbit got the head start, and then
And
the
then
the
burned
tor-
out.
and then burned out. Was tired. Was like, yo, I'm done. I'm going to wait at the finish line, but I'm not going to cross the finish line because I want to make sure that I could gloat. I want a nice head
Mhm.
start. I want them to see me win. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And this is the thing, like, people aren't necessarily going to see you win. You're going to feel you win when you win it. You know what I mean? Like, but when you cross that finish line, the thing is, the rabbit took a break. It slowed down. It stopped working. But the tortoise, it kept going. Simple, little
Hmm.
by little. It wasn't going fast, none of that. But it worked itself through. Now, who won the race?
The tortoise.
The tortoise. The
Hmm.
reason why it won is because it didn't overextend itself. And
Hmm.
this is the thing, we can't overextend ourselves to do what we have to do in this life. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like our life doesn't happen in just one day. You know, we got a whole, well, everybody has a different amount of life, but we're all here for a purpose. But to live out the purpose, we got to figure out what the purpose is first, but then work towards that purpose incrementally. It's like
Yeah.
this, it's like eating an elephant. If you eat elephants, you know, how would you eat an elephant? You would eat it one bite at a time. You don't just eat the whole thing at one, like the one bite.
Oh, son, you never ate elephant whole before? It's amazing.
All right, well, I definitely got to try it out, but I'm not, I don't know if I'm willing to try it right this second, but, but,
I'm
you know,
capping. Okay.
yeah, but, but either way, bro, like, that's what it means. Like, we have to literally find out what we have to do. Cause the thing is, I feel like sometimes, and this is a little controversial, but I feel like we know what we're here to do. Everybody
Yeah.
knows what we're here to do. But ultimately, what happens is the world kind of chokes that seed from us.
Yeah.
It chokes the seed from it actually being planted and being nourished. Like I'll give you an example. Our mindset, our thoughts, are what we're supposed to do is a seed, but we have to plant it into the earth. The earth being this physical life that we live right here. We have to plant it into the earth, but it has to be watered. It has to have the sun. It has to have these things so that it can grow and prosper and turn into the beautiful flower that it's supposed to be. But the thing is, a flower also does not grow in one day. It takes it months and months of hard work and
Mhm.
dedication, making sure that it gets the energy that it needs. And the thing
Yeah.
is, we already have the energy. We are the energy that it needs. But we have to make sure that we can grow that seed incrementally, little by little. Even if it's something
Mhm.
like, yo, let me write like 5 words on a piece of paper. If I'm
Yeah.
writing a book, or let me just like write out this song, even though I ain't got my beat yet. You know what I mean? Like, but we have to make our artwork become that creativity. We have to create what we're here to be, because the thing is, we're creators. Every person in this world is a creator. Every person in this world has the ability to create something. But if we let the society, or we let the world around us, we let our moms and dads and whoever we live with choke that seed out of us, then we end up living the life that they chose, where
Mhm.
they choke their seed. And it's all repetitious,
Yeah.
because the person behind them choked their seed out and they're not living out their dream. It's crazy, because like they impose their fears on us now because they were afraid themselves.
Mhm.
Crazy, bro. Crazy,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. That what you were talking about, like planting the seed and letting it work, that reminds me of like the suit of discs in the
Mm-hmm.
Tarot, like uh the 7, 8, and 9 are all about planting the seed, like investment. The initial investment is the energy of the 7 card. Um, you first plant that seed, you're not sure if it's gonna grow into what you want it to grow into, but you're gonna still nurture it and put in all that work towards at least letting it have the opportunity to grow. And then the 8 is about, seeing growth in the garden, like when it first flowers, and like you're just like, all right, so it's almost there. It's not fully there yet, but I still need to keep watering. I still need to stay diligent. I still need to make sure that I'm every day pouring water and nurturing these plants, making sure they get enough sunlight so they continue to grow. Because
Mm-hmm.
at that point, when this does start blooming in the beginning, it could still die.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't continue to nurture it.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, after you keep on nurturing, then you get to the 9, which is like the growth and the abundance of like, yeah, okay, everything has come and now I get to live and enjoy everything that I've grown over
Mm-hmm.
this time just by staying diligent and working on working on this field, working on this seed to see it grow into what it could be, you know?
Mm-hmm. And I
So,
like, yeah, I like what you're saying too, because like I think of I think of the seed turning into like just say like it's an apple tree, like it's a seed from an apple. Just say hypothetically, just as an example. But what happens though is after the tree is fully developed, it starts to produce fruits.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, the fruits themselves are not for the tree. The fruits are for the grower. You know what I mean? This is the thing. After we've grown our trees, sometimes the ideas that we create, sometimes the things that we put together are not even for us. They're to benefit the other individuals who
Yeah.
take from the fruit, and then
Yeah.
they eat from the fruit. And then when they see that when they see that they've created those, well once they see that they've eaten from that apple or that fruit, they realize that there's seeds in the middle that they could grow.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like it's all a cycle, but the thing is we have to literally break the curse almost, because that's what it really was. It's literally a curse that we live in a society where we're only making $13 an hour. You know what I mean? And it's not even about the money at that point. It's about the actual success behind what we're doing, because we can make $13 an hour but really enjoy what we're doing because we put it together. You know what I mean? But that's a $13 an hour where you enjoy what you do. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't mind working 40, 50, 70 hours a week on something that you put together, even if it is $13 an hour. But if we have to work for somebody else's dream, how are we working for our own?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, still that's one thing that I had to like come to terms with. Like I had a whole bunch of time to work on my dreams and I still kind of let them, fall to the side just because my mental wasn't right and
Mm-hmm.
you know my emotions weren't right. So like, but in that experience, I also learned that I have to take the time to observe those parts of myself objectively and be like, yo, all right, so this is how I'm feeling. These thoughts are what I'm thinking right now. Does that align with what I'm really trying to do? Or is this feeling aligning with what I'm really trying to do? Or is it just a reaction? Is it
Yeah.
just in this moment, this energy is coming up? But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do now. So
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
ground it in. Like that's the seed that I'm planting now. If we take it back to like what you were saying with the seed. And it's literally me starting at that point, the 7 point, the investment point, um, trying to water it and nurture it so that it could grow.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
literally where I am.
Yeah. I could definitely agree with that, man.
So
I feel the best way for us to get to where we want to go is first find out who we are. You know
mhm,
what I mean? Like that's the
exactly.
first
That's
initial
what
step.
I'm basically doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who am
But
I like right now? Like what
exactly.
habits do I have? Like honestly.
Mm-hmm. Like I was looking in the mirror the other day, and that sounds a little crazy, but I was looking in the mirror the other day, and when I was looking in the mirror, I realized that the person in the mirror is not the person that I brought to the bathroom. You know what I mean? The person in the mirror is the person that I actually want to see succeeded.
Mm,
And the thing is, like, if I know what that person looks like now, realizing that that person looks exactly like me, the person does not look any different from me, right? Because it's not a different person; it's the same exact person, but it's the old mentality that I had to lose. You know what I mean?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's because I kind of break down every human being as two things: a mind and the material, as in like the physical reality, like you're a physical being, as of right now, at least, you know. But we have to literally, if once we learn how to control the mind that we have, we can literally connect our mind to everything. Like
Mhm.
everybody has ability to come together. Like that
Exactly.
coming together part is that equality, realizing that everyone is a human being just like you are, you know.
Mhm. And
And I'm
also
just saying,
the mind is infinite possibilities as well,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
So connecting your mind and your body,
mm-hmm.
um, you know, I'd say it's four things, mind, body, spirit, and emotions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
It all plays a part.
yeah,
It
and
all plays a
then
part. You know, like
at connecting all of those, that's like what I feel like alignment is, you know what I'm saying? Because then once you think of something and then you feel like you're ready to do it and your spirit is telling you do it, then you can
Mm-hmm.
just bring it to the physical.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like pure manifestation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
There was a concept that somebody had told me. They said that heaven and hell exist inside of you, but it's up to you to choose which one you would like to pursue.
Mhm.
Because the thing is, the material or the mind, I feel like neither one of them really knows the difference, but you can tell yourself what the difference is. You can live in your own personal heaven, you can live in your own personal hell, but it's completely up to you where you want to live, though. You know what I mean? Like, you have the ability to choose. Hey, do I want to go with what I see, or do I want to go to what I know? You know what I mean? And we know that there's something greater. We know that there's something beyond what we are right now.
Yeah.
It has to be. It just doesn't make the reason why I would say that is because look at the people who, and now mind you, I'm not saying look at the people who are not living the life that you want to live. Look at the people who are living the life that you actually want to live. Now, that has nothing to do with money, but typically that person has a lot of money, but the thing is, they themselves are not the money. They themselves are the idea of what they wanted. They are the manifestation of what they grew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it all comes together like that. Like, look at their person's mindset. What is this person doing on a daily basis
And
to
then
become?
also look
Yeah.
at those people, they've been grinding for years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we talking about. Slow and steady wins the race. Like,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
moving slow. Like they didn't have the whole big picture in the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but they knew that at least this was the end goal. And then they had to at least concentrate on making that a reality first. And
Mm-hmm.
then from there they can move on to whatever was next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just taking the steps like slowly toward
Mm-hmm.
the goal, not resting like
Mm-hmm.
the rabbit under the tree, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
Mm-hmm.
like I'm definitely taking rest periods though, like
Mm-hmm.
stopped, but be back at it. I'm still
Facts.
getting back up to continue the race.
Mm-hmm. I think what we need to do though is because I don't think resting is bad. We just have to take we have to take meditated restings. Like, we have to rest ourselves from this life sometimes so that we could get to where we're supposed to go. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, when you meditate on who you are, right? When you feel, because the thing is, you literally have to feel that vibration of you, you know. Because what right now the world has its own vibration. It's trying to get you to attach to that vibration instead of your own heartbeat vibration.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, when we lose this worldly mentality and realize, yo, I have everything I need, and literally have gratefulness, be grateful where we are, because we know that's not our destination. We haven't reached the destination. We're not tired under the tree anymore. But now, mind you, we're still sleeping, we're still meditating on who we are. So it's like a meditated rest. Like I said, like, you still meditating on who you are, you're finding out who you are. But as you find out, you're still working, being grateful that, yo, the journey is not over yet. I'm still working, like the tortoise, still going little by little. Like, even a meditated break is still an incremental progress. You know what I mean? But giving yourself that gratefulness, being able to say, yo, I am grateful where I am because I know I haven't reached my destination. So,
Mhm. Word.
yeah, man.
Word,
So,
man. That's some real shit.
facts, facts. But
Yeah. Mm.
but yeah, man, like, that's what we need to that's where we need to go right now. And this is basically like the whole concept of this podcast,
Mm.
to show people it's okay where you are. Just be grateful for the fact that, especially as Americans, I'm not even gonna lie, we live in one of the greatest countries in the world. Like
That's
even the
true.
poorest person who lives on the street is richer than the poorest person who lives in a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy to me. But the thing is, like, I'll give you an example. Like this dude, Tyler Perry, my man's was living on the street, and now my man's a billionaire. But the thing is, he made his dreams a reality. He literally said, "Yo, I don't want to live in this predicament for the rest of my life. I want to change my whole circumstance." So he literally said, "Yo, I'm not Tyler Perry. I'm Medea." You know what I mean? I mean, it was. Don't get me wrong. It was a little weird, but the thing is, that
Hallelujah.
soul. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but at the end of the day, though, like he was able to take that mentality and say, "Yo, I'm better than my circumstance, but I am grateful for where I am."
Mm.
And he made that happen. Now he has a whole television. No, not just the television show. He got television
Studio, movie
shows,
studio.
movies, a whole movie studio. Man, that John big. That's like
Mm-hmm.
100 acres. How did a poor homeless man make 100 acres on a movie studio? That's not even my man's house. You know what I mean? So that's the thing though. We still have the same ability. We don't even live in his own predicament. Like we didn't even live in that brokenness. We never had to be homeless.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But we have a better start. Right now, we are that rabbit. We're sitting under that tree. But we have to realize we have to become the tortoise now.
Exactly.
Like we ran, yeah, of course. And the thing is, sometimes the running is not even done by us, it's done by our parents. Don't get me wrong. And this is what I'm saying, like being grateful for where we are. Like they ran for us. Like even the people in the past, like Harriet Tubman, like Martin Luther King, like Obama, these people ran for us. But now that they've ran for us, now we can make those incremental steps. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? We can make those incremental steps towards our goals, our dreams, and our destinies.
Yeah. That's facts, bro. It's all a
Yeah.
choice. At the end of
Mm-hmm.
the day, it's all a choice.
Mm-hmm.
You could stay asleep under the tree, or
Mm-hmm.
you could get back up and then learn from your mistakes. You burned out,
Mm-hmm.
but now take it slow and steady and win
Mm-hmm.
the race.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah,
So
man. So like there's just a lot of things that need to get done, and only we can accomplish those goals.
or
Only we can live out our destiny because no one cares enough to do it for us. A lot of people already lost their way, but if you know who you are, you know where you're going.
yeah.
Yeah, man. So
So meditate and find yourself, be vulnerable, you
hmm
know.
be grateful.
Really, yeah, be grateful. That's
Be
the
grateful,
biggest
man.
key right there. Gratefulness for every step. Be
hmm
grateful.
Exactly.
How you running a race.
hmm And another thing that I learned also is be kind to yourself.
Hmm.
Like that's a big thing because like if you're not kind to yourself, being grateful kind of throws itself out the window.
Yeah,
Like you gotta make sure that you're kind to your mind, you're kind to your body, you're kind to your emotions, you're kind to all of it, and also being kind to people. Like all of it is all connected because each person is you living a different reality. Each person
exactly.
is literally a mirror of you, but it's about them being able to realize that they can be grateful too, but they can only see it through you
Hmm.
because other people aren't going to see it if they have already gotten stuck, if they've already stopped and slept under the tree. We
That's
just have to gently wake them up by treating them with unconditional love that we treated with ourselves.
true.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah, bro. But that's what we was. I hope you guys enjoyed,
mm-hmm.
and I hope you guys come back for episode 2 of
Bam.
Wesley and Adam. We out here.
Facts,
Um,
facts.
I have a song dropping on October 16th, which is
Hey,
this Friday.
hey.
May not be this Friday when you watch this because we're still getting the release date together,
Hmm.
but you should definitely check it out when you get the opportunity
Hmm.
to.
And I'm pretty sure a link will be in that description, so you
Of
gotta
course.
download it ASAP.
Of
You know
course.
what I mean? And I got music. I'm just making the music every
Mhm.
week. You know what I mean?
ATM
Just
cashing out, you know what I'm
yo facts,
saying?
cha-ching. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Word.
yeah, man. Yeah, but and we also got tracks together. Just so if y'all don't know, IRA specialists out here too. You know what I mean? We doing our thing. So
IRA specialist. But that's all for today, guys. So come back next week for another episode. Maybe we'll have a name. Who knows? Come and find out. See
we'll
you
figure it
later.
out.